Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com and welcome to the Axial Yeti Score Trophy Truck Upgrade Series. Now in this series I'm going to be bringing you some of the coolest upgrades from some of the best vendors out there, including SSD, Incision, Vanquish Products, Proline Racing, Axial, Hot Racing, and of course MIP. Now what I have left here is pretty much the only thing that's going to be remaining on my Score Yeti truck, which is what you see there. Everything else will be upgraded to the hilt to get this thing going with some serious brushless power. If you haven't heard of Incision Products, it is basically a division of Vanquish Products. Now, we all know Vanquish for being the top-end, super high-quality, made-in-America parts that they're definitely famous for. Also, their true attention to detail has just shown through over the years. Well, Vanquish decided to come out with a new product line called Incision, and what they've done is basically taken products that are already developed and made by Vanquish using slightly less expensive materials. So instead of using titanium, they're going to use stainless steel, but still with the engineering aspect of those products. So where the titanium links might have been a little bit thinner, like a 3/16, they're using like a 1/4 inch stainless steel to compensate for the difference of the integrity of the material. So definitely some engineering still behind it, and with a much better price tag. Now, if you watch the first video of my Yeti series, I installed this Incision rear locker, or also called a spool, for the rear axle. This thing was under 20 bucks, super nice. I mean, it appeared to be like a hardened steel and had a great color to it. I mean, just a great product overall, still made in America, which is really nice. So I really dig some of these lower cost options and still getting a good quality part. So this third episode, we're going to be installing some of these Incision items onto my Axial Yeti Score trophy truck. And what I picked out was, of course, the spool that you saw in the first episode. I also picked up these upper links for the rear. These are stainless steel, 1/4 inch, comes with the standard Revo rod ends that you'd find even on the titanium versions. And right here, quick model number, 11 bucks or $11.99 for these upper links. So super bargain basement prices, high quality that you would expect from Vanquish products. And you know, I think this is a great alternative if you're on a budget and just want to give some additional durability to your Yeti platform. So those are the upper links right there. I also picked up the front links, both steering and the camber adjustment. So right here you get all 4 links, Revo rod ends like typical, and these come in right over 20 bucks for the set. So super nice. Once again, 1/4 inch stainless steel, super beefy, and these should be a great addition. Now, one thing that Vanquish has always been known for are their VDIs, or their universal shafts, and their Incision line are super affordable and still have that bulletproofness that they are definitely known for. So these are full universal shafts. They're calling it the VDIs, and right at about 40 bucks retail for these. And I think originally the Vanquish ones were like close to $100 for the version 1s, and I think they dropped down to about $60-ish for the version 2s. But these things are super nice. Gives you that additional steering angle, especially if you have the RTR version, which runs on dog bones. So this will give you that additional steering angle, you know, kind of cut out some of the chatter that you may see with the dog bones, but super nice. Well, I'm going to get installing on these things and show you guys what these look like in the end. Alright, so I want to show you guys really quick up close some of the Incision products, and also give you some tips and tricks on installing those rod ends, just something that I picked up over the years here at the RC Network. Now, of course, the first thing you see here are the new VVDs. These things are pretty cool, and they come without grease on them. So I did put that moly grease on there just to keep them lubricated and well running while they're on my Yeti Score truck. Now these things are substantially thicker, as you can see there. Here is a stock dog bone, and you can definitely see that there's just a much larger diameter drive shaft there. So, and then the addition of the CVD or VVD or whatever they're called these days, it definitely gives you a much better angle of steering with no chatter and things like that you would get with a dog bone design. Now, all of the links are super nice. They're very, very similar to the Vanquish titanium links. However, they're made of stainless steel. Now, I did happen to pull off one of my stainless links off of my Yeti 2.0, or I'm sorry, the titanium links. And you can see there, they're definitely a little bit larger. The one on the left here, the stainless steel version, the Incision line, but still same bend, same rod ends. You're getting all the same design that you'd get in the Vanquish. Now, the stainless steel are definitely a little bit heavier than the titanium that you would expect, a little bit more premium of a material, but the strength is probably just there, same bend and everything. So, and then as far as the steering links and all the linkages, super nice. Once again, same rod ends, a little bit thicker design. Of course, the 1/4-inch stainless steel on the Incision line versus the 3/16 on the titanium version. So, and then last here, I want to show you guys how I install my rod ends. I left one off here just so I can show you guys. But what I basically do is I take chapstick and just an old, thing of chapstick I have here in the shop. I don't use it anymore, but use it for some of my rod ends. So just a quick little dab of some chapstick on there, and then go ahead and start on your rod end. It's pretty well centered. You can kind of eat it out with like a body reamer if you really want to, but you don't need to. Now, one really quick thing that I always use on my rod ends are these Tekno shock shaft pliers. And what I really like about these is they have a ball link in and a ball link out on them. So right here on the Revo rod ends, they'll have a number or a letter stamped on it. That's the side that you want to use to put your ball into. So what this is designed for, where the ball in is right there, this thing goes in right there, boom, in perfectly. So then you can use the shock shaft pliers to go ahead and hold on to the link. And then I just take my 2.0 MIP screwdriver, fits in there perfect, and then finish off the rest of the rod end until it's about snug, and then also in line with the way that link needs to be set up. So pretty quick little tip, always handy, and I'll have a link to these Tekno shock shaft pliers down in the video description so you can check it out for yourself. So let me get these things installed and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got all of the Incision products installed on my Axial Yeti Score trophy truck. Everything went on pretty easily, and I've got to say, with those couple of tips and tricks that I showed you with the rod ends, screwing on about, I don't know, there's 12 rod ends, it makes it go really simple. So all in all, the fit and finish of the stainless steel Incision links up here, super nice. The rear links also very nice. And one thing I forgot to mention on the VDIs up here in the front, if you have an RTR version, you will have to pull out this kind of small bump stop. It's actually a bump stop off of a shock that's shoved into the outdrive of the front differential. So pull that out. This is just meant to keep the dog bone in place, a little bit less movement for it. So now that you're running VDIs, you don't need that little bump stop in there. So you can pull that out, disregard that. You can save it for a future shock if you need to, but you will not need those in there. Rear links also went on perfect. Seems to be a perfect setup. There's no adjustment that you'll need to make on anything. You just pretty much screw the rod ends in. Perfect setup out of the box. So let's take a quick look here at how it all turned out, and it all looks good. I mean, those VDIs in there, super nice. I mean, they're perfect fit, super thick. Like I said initially, I mean, you can just see how thick those are in there. It's going to take a lot to actually bend those. Back here to those rear links, you can see how they're kind of bent up just to give you a little bit more clearance if you need it. And then flipping over here to the other side of those links. So super nice, in the end. Can't wait to run this thing. Got a few more upgrades I have planned here for my Score trophy truck, and we'll be on to the next one. Well, guys, that's it for now. If you have any comments or questions about these parts from Incision, please post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.